Hi everybody, welcome back to the Limit Breakdown, where we break down the latest in movie, TV, and everything going on in entertainment. I'm your host Migs.
I'm Sid.
And today we're bringing it back with another top 5. Today we're going to be discussing our top 5 DC heroes. So Sid, why don't you kick us off?
Fair enough. Alright, my top 5 in reverse order. Number 5 is the Wonder Boy himself, Superman.
Okay.
I actually really like Superman. I know a lot of people don't like Superman because he's too overpowered, he's too good, but his story arcs are actually really good, and because he has that self-righteousness, I actually really like him because when I'm reading it, I want to be, as righteous and as good as him.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I have the strength to punch walls.
Yeah.
But yeah. Number 4 is Zatanna. She is the magic girl of DC, extremely powerful, and really good character all around. She's been in crossovers with Batman as well as John Constantine, and a few other Justice League members here and there. So really powerful. Number 3 is actually the Flash. I love the Flash. I love his powers. He is incredibly underrated for his powers. His story arcs, Flashpoint Paradox is a phenomenal comic. If you have not read Flashpoint Paradox is a phenomenal comic book series. And the biggest flaw that the Flash has is the writers undercutting him. And it's because in multiple times they'll show his powers and then the next scene they'll do something. I'm like, that doesn't quite equate.
Yeah.
Phenomenal character. Number 2, just because I'm biased, Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I actually really like Wonder Woman, especially when they kind of revamped her and nowadays made her a little bit more badass, a little bit more, less, tweety-foity type girl. They made her a true Amazonian in a lot of comics and a lot of animated series. She's just like a super hard ass, and I love that about her. She will do the right thing, but she's like, I will do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
I love that. Number 1 is Nightwing.
Hey.
I love Nightwing. His comic series, actually his current comic series, are actually phenomenal. And the fact that he's one of the few characters in all of comic book that we have actually seen him grow up from an actual kid to an adult. The majority of the comic book, they're just the same character, the same age forever. Says a lot about his growth. Awesome character. If I could be a superhero without powers, he would be my man.
Nice.
And I love his costume. I actually cosplayed him one time, a long time ago, and I really liked it. I loved it. So those are my top 5 DC heroes. What about you?
All right. So for me, starting off with number 5, and we got again some similarities here. For me, number 5 is the Flash, Barry Allen. Again, you hit a lot of the same points. His powers are vastly underrated. He is phenomenal hero, some fantastic stories. Flashpoint Paradox, that whole storyline was absolutely amazing. It has one of my favorite versions of Batman in that story. Thomas Wayne Batman. Yeah, that's absolutely great. And like I said, just overall, Flash is one of those characters that he almost has that bad luck chasing him thing going on. So it's always it's like he has enemies, such as like Reverse Flash, but most of the time I feel like his biggest enemy is himself. Number 4 for me is gonna be our boy Dick Grayson, Nightwing.
Nice.
And like you said, just watching him from Tiny Little Robin to Nightwing now, but seeing the progression, and then he's kind of been.
I should have said Dick Grayson, Nightwing, because I realized Damian Wayne also becomes Nightwing at some point. But fair enough.
Yeah, but I love how as he grew up along Bruce Wayne, he grew up around Batman, and especially as Bruce Wayne ages and kind of gets harder with age, Dick kind of becomes his grounding point for his morality of what is and isn't right. And I really admire that about that character. Number 3 for me is Supergirl. I absolutely love her. A lot of people don't realize that she's older than Clark Kent. In a lot of the stories, she's actually stronger than Clark Kent.
I thought she's his younger cousin.
Huh?
I thought she's his younger cousin.
No. He is. It's a weird thing because it was like when he got sent down to Earth, he was a baby and she was already her age. But she was floating around in cryo sleep.
Because she hit an asteroid and it blew her off.
So she was like floating around in cryo sleep. So it was like this weird thing. But she's actually older than him.
Gotcha.
But yeah, her storylines are really, really good. And then there have been a few times in a few different comics where she's really let loose and she will mess you up. Number 2 is Oliver Queen, Green Arrow.
See that, man. There was a lot of picks. There was a lot of people that I just like didn't know who to pick. That's a good pick. That's a great pick.
Honestly, I wasn't a fan of Green Arrow until the CW TV show.
Fair.
And I didn't really know too much about his story arcs and his comics, and so watching the show on CW kind of led me into the comics and reading up a bunch of that, and he's just such a snarky dude. He's
in the comics,
just great.
He's a really good character.
One of my favorite stories involving Green Lantern is actually from the Injustice video game, and how his sacrifice is what ends up basically bringing Superman back from evil side, yeah. And then my number 1 hero for DC is Kyle Raynor, the White Lantern.
Fair.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the Green Lantern Corps to begin with. I don't like Hal Jordan. I don't like Hal Jordan. I don't know how much more I can say that I don't like Hal Jordan. But Kyle Raynor was always my favorite Green Lantern, and then when he gets the White Lantern power. Like, it is just so completely ridiculous. And then just the Darkest Night storyline is really, really good. It's just, in general, the Lantern Corps, I feel, is vastly, vastly underrated.
Oh, yeah. All their story arcs are really good.
Yeah, actually. And just the whole emotional spectrum and all the different powers and all that, man.
Yeah, this was actually a very, very hard pick for me. Yeah. I was very close to putting one of the Green Lanterns on there. But this was a very hard pick. I'm glad you picked it. So
no. Like I said, I absolutely love. I almost picked his Green Lantern version, but it's just if you're gonna pick Kyle Rayner, you gotta go with the White Lantern.
Fair enough.
But those are our top 5. Let us know what your top 5 are in the comments below, and we will catch you next time. All right, so thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and podcasting services such as Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Thanks a lot. Catch you next time.